Hello everybody, I'm going to wait just a few minutes for everybody to get back on. Right now I am at the Reynolds Street parking deck in downtown Augusta. I'm going to tell you guys what went on here this morning. Have a little bit more time to talk right now. So I'm just going to give you guys a couple moments to get on here so I know that you're here. If you're here, comment in the comment section. Let me know that you are watching so I can tell you guys what happened here downtown Augusta. All right, I see a few of you are online. So early this morning, a body of a female was discovered here at the Reynolds Street parking deck, downtown Augusta on the 3rd floor. Here we are right now. And so far we've learned her body was discovered by an employee who works at the parking deck. We're told that this death is being ruled as suspicious at this time. Details are limited. Her identity has not been released yet or confirmed by the coroner yet, so we're working to get that information to you guys as soon as we can. When it comes to a suspect, they are actively searching for that suspect right now. A few moments ago, I spoke to the public information officer who told me they're about to take off and go and look for the suspect. They're working with the leads that they have. They have a couple, so we're going to keep you guys updated as soon as we can learn more information. And I'm going to open up the floor to some of you guys if you have some questions. Vincent says, what's going on? What's going on? A body was discovered downtown Augusta at the Reynolds Street parking deck right here earlier this morning. A body of a female. They're ruling her death as suspicious right now. There's not a lot of details. We're not sure about her identity. They have not identified the body yet at this time, but we're working to get that information. You know, of course, her family is going to have to be notified first before we get that information to you guys. But we will get to that to you as soon as we can. I'm going to see what else you guys have. All right. So right now, police are headed out to go find the suspect. They've got a few leads. They're looking for him or her as we speak. Let's see. Did she work there? We are not sure at this time. Like I said, her body was discovered by an employee of the parking deck this morning. I spoke to another employee who said he didn't get here until after it all happened. He doesn't know anything and actually isn't allowed to say anything else. Any idea what time it was? Well, this morning, actually, on our tower cameras, we saw that was probably about in the 6 o'clock in the morning hour. We saw an EMS out here. I'm not sure the exact time, but I know that it was a bit earlier this morning. I don't know what time exactly they discovered the body. What color is the lady? Details are still limited at this time. We don't know. But as soon as we can get that information, we will get it to you guys. Of course, the coroner will identify her body and let the family know first before we can let you guys know. We don't have a description of the suspect or the woman whose body was discovered this morning. And yep. Praying. Yeah. Opening the floor to some more comments. How did she die? We don't know. All we know is that this body, the case is being ruled as suspicious at this time. So they are working, following their leads that they have. I've been told that they do have leads. They actually left a few minutes ago to go track down the suspect that they have in mind right this very moment. And yeah, Michelle, it is very sad. All right, I'm going to open up the floor and see what else. That's right, we don't know what time this happened. We just know that the police discovered the body this morning. How was it discovered? An employee over here at the Reynolds Street parking deck actually discovered her body this morning. Okay. All right, for those of you who are just tuning in right now, I'm on Reynolds Street, downtown Augusta, at the Reynolds Street parking deck. This morning, a woman's body was discovered on the 3rd floor of this building by an employee who works here, obviously, but the police came, they ruling this as a suspicious death. The coroner also rules it as a suspicious death. So right now they've got a few leads when it comes to a suspect. They actually took off right when I got here to go and track down the suspect. We don't have any details on their description or on the victim's description at this time, but we're working to get that information. Of course, they're not going to release that to us until her family's been notified first, and then we will get that information and we'll get it straight to you guys right when we know. You'll know. We don't have that identification yet, but we will get it to you as soon as we get it. It's going to take a little bit of time. We have to make sure that the family knows about it before we can tell you guys and before they tell us. So just be patient with us. We will get it to you as soon as we get it. All right, I see what happened. So for those of you who are just tuning in again, this morning I'm here on Reynolds Street, downtown Augusta, Georgia. A body of a female was discovered here. I'm gonna get out of the way for this car. At this parking deck on the 3rd floor. Now, the public information officer says that they are ruling this death as suspicious, and they do have a suspect in mind. Right now they're out following leads, looking for the suspect, actively searching for that person that they believe it could be. Her body was discovered by an employee of this parking deck. It's the convention center parking deck, the Reynolds Street parking deck. So if you know where that is, downtown Augusta, Georgia. Details are very limited at this time. We don't have any details about the identity of either one, but as soon as we get that information, we'll get that to you. All right, let's see if you guys have any more comments or questions. Yeah, right now we don't know the cause of death, but as soon as they get that information from the coroner's office with identification of the body and the family is notified, then we will get that information and we'll get it to you. Of course, that's going to take a little bit of time. It is kind of early in the morning, so we've got to make sure the whole family is notified before we can be notified and before we can let you guys know. But we will let you know as soon as we get that information. Got to be some cameras. There could be some cameras. I'm sure that they're going to do some more investigating over here, which of course also takes time to get warrants, to get the footage and stuff like that. So these investigations do take time, but as soon as we get the information, we'll make sure to bring it to you. This is on Reynolds Street. This is the Reynolds Street parking deck. And it's right next to the convention center, downtown Augusta, Georgia. And that was for you. Let's see. Is this over by Boll Weevil Cafe? Yes. Boll Weevil is actually right there. I can turn the camera. There's my camera right there. But Boll Weevil is right over here. And we're up next to the river. There's where that little area is beyond there. Was it a child? No, it was an adult woman found here this morning. The body of an adult woman. And her death is being ruled as suspicious. Right now they're actively searching for a suspect. I'm just reading some of your comments right now. Jack, was she black or white? We're not sure. We don't have any identification details at this time. We will get that once the coroner identifies her body to the family first, and then we'll get that information, and right when we do, we'll get it to you guys. And just looking through more questions. Still walking through. What that said. In a car. Was her body in a car? I'm not sure. What we do know is that her body was discovered by an employee on the 3rd floor of this parking deck early this morning. We're not sure about the details at this time. Right now, the investigators, the police are all out looking for the suspect. They've got leads that they're following. What manner of death? I'm not sure. We know that it's just ruled as suspicious, Jack. not even a description of the car. Melissa, no, not at this time. But as soon as we can get that information rolling in, we will get it to you guys. All right. What she found in her car, Charles, I'm not sure. They did not give me those details yet, but I'm sure we will get all of that to you as soon as we get it. As far as we know, her body was just discovered by an employee here this morning. All right. Maybe a murder, suicide, not sure. So one more time for those of you just tuning in, the body of a female was discovered here at the parking deck on Reynolds Street, right next to the convention center downtown Augusta, next to the river near Bull Weevil in that area, the third floor, and authorities are ruling this death as suspicious. Right now, details are limited about the identification or the identity of the woman and the suspect. So we're not sure on that yet, but we will keep you updated as soon as we can learn that information. Right now, her body is actually being identified by the coroner's office. They're going to notify the family, of course, before they notify us, and then wait, and then we'll immediately get it to you guys once we get it. All right, stick with us over here at Fox 54. We will keep you updated as soon as we learn new information about this tragedy.